Good morning, Hope Prez. I hope you can hear me all right. Decided I needed to still do my job even though I'm out here on vacation. It's just to show you how dedicated I am to my profession and everything else, and not at all because it's 70 something degrees here in Clearwater, and I think it's only 49 at the moment in Fredericksburg, but I would never ever rub anything like that in. I just really wanted to show you how dedicated I am to my job. And thankfully you guys only had a couple of questions for me this week, so I can get through it rather quickly. The first one actually came on Sunday morning as I was preaching. It's a reminder that I need to turn my Wi-Fi off on my tablet, because I literally got this question while I was in the middle of my sermon, and it was a question on my sermon, and the question came from one of our students named Charlie, and he asked a very good question. He asked, in my sermon I was talking about Jesus being of the same substance as the Father and of the Holy Spirit, and so what I wanted to talk about there is, yes, they are. Oh my goodness, I need to turn off my notification sound, so sorry. Let me just do that real quick. So, there we go. Alright, now we're good. But when we talk about Jesus being of the same substance with God, what we're talking about there is and it's actually a very ancient debate within Christianity. It goes all the way back to the formation of the Nicene Creed back in the 300s. And basically what had happened there was this debate of, was Christ the same substance, or was he of similar substance? Was he divine? Was he human? All of these different things. And you can study more about it if you want to study Arianism, or you can come and listen to my lecture on it in the new members class next week, I believe it is. But anyway, we just have, what we mean by Christ being of the same substance is that he is of the same divine nature. It does not mean he's of the same substance as far as like a body or anything else, but whatever the divine essence is of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they also possess. And so that's what we mean by that. Basically, also going back to what was the importance of that debate going all back to Nicaea. There's this guy named Arian who said that Christ was of similar substance but not the same, and so Christ was not as quote-unquote divine as God. Again, it's a long subject that needs much more than what I can do in this Q&A, but that's what I mean by that. Our second question is, what is the connection is there a connection to be made between the 12 men and the 12 stones in Joshua 3 and 4 and Jesus calling 12 men to be his disciples? Absolutely. There is always significance to biblical numbers, and something that we should always pay attention to. And again, the 12 men and the 12 stones represent the 12 tribes of Israel, and then the 12 disciples represent the foundation of the new covenant and the church. When you also flip over to the book of Revelation, there's that number, the 144,000 that will be saved. That's a construct of 12 times 12 times 10 to the cube power, or 100. And those are all signs of perfection. But the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 disciples representing the new covenant, 12 times 12 is 144, and then 100 cubed is a sign of perfection. So, by the way, it's not meant to be a literal 144,000, but that's another subject. But that's what that's referring to. All serve to both of the numbers serve as a reminder of God's faithfulness to his people. And finally, the last question was, in Joshua, why were they allowed to plunder one city but not the other? And basically, this is, why were they allowed to plunder Ai but not Jericho? We're not specifically told that you can't for this reason or whatever else. But the best guess that I can give you is that it was to show the Israelites that they were supposed to be relying upon God and not upon what they plundered from Jericho, because Jericho is a very large city. It's also the first city that they come to, and so you could also make a point that going along with their whole thing that we've read about the first fruits and earlier passages in our reading plan, that this was supposed to be dedicated to God, and so that's a pretty good indication of what all that meant. that it was, to rely on Him, but also that these things should be dedicated to Him. And it's why Achan sin is so big. Anyway, those were just the 3 questions that I had. I hope you guys have a fabulous time. I am really enjoying my time away. I do miss y'all. I do. I really, really do. I just don't miss the weather. This is awesome. Anyway, hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Ugh, I can't see well enough to turn it off. You're going to have to come with me until I can figure out where the button is on this. It's so bright out here.